So this might be a different video than normal, but that's because I had a realization the other day. It's a realization most good YouTubers have almost immediately. It took me a few months. And that realization is I don't upload much. Now, obviously, my videos take months to make, and we're a small team, and we all have jobs, so that's why it takes so long. But I realized I could just make filler videos showing you what I do, so you know I'm actually working on stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. So this set is for a project called Prestige. Not our house, I know, naughty, naughty. Episode 2 will be out soon, hopefully. It's like 80% done. I just wanted to take a break and work on this because if I don't get Prestige out this summer, I don't think I'm going to be able to ever get it out. So I'm locking in, and you're going to see that in this series. Shiloh's right there. He's actually not going to be in Prestige. I'm going to use him in a different series in the future. But he's here because I needed a person for scale, and everything else is in the studio, not here. So the set I'm currently working on is the Promenade deck. And on top of that will be the boat deck and the bridge deck. Pretty much this is the exterior of the ship. I'm building the port side of the ship. And if I need scenes on the starboard, I guess I'll just mirror the footage and green screen the characters in. I don't know what I'll do, but I don't really have the budget or space to build like both halves or the entire upper deck structure as I originally wanted to. So this is just going to be the first class prom and boat decks. I'm going to build a second one for the second class tower, and I'm going to build a little bit of the poop deck. This is my little box of misery. It's otherwise unassuming when it's closed, but it's full of all the cardboard and other stuff that I use for videos. I have a lot of boxes in here because I steal the clear plastic from them. And there's glue. Sometimes it leaks and makes a mess. There's just kind of everything I could ever need in here. So I've laid out the prom deck walls. I don't know how straight it is, but it doesn't really matter. You won't really notice when they're put up. If anything, I might want them to kind of go like that so that as the camera looks back, it forces a point of view. Or it forces, I don't know what it's called, forcing a horizon, I guess. This curve section is for the forward bit of superstructure. It's going to curve like that. So, yeah. So now I've cut out the part I won't be needing. The reason why I do this is because this material is expensive. It's like $3 a board. So I don't really like to waste it. So if you're not going to see this part, I'm going to cut it out and use it for something else because foam core or foam board is like way stronger than cardboard, and it's also waterproof, or it survives a lot better in water. So I'm going to use it to support the set a lot because the set is going to get wet. And it only needs to get wet once, but I'd like to be able to get the scenes I need without it turning to mush. Also, sorry about the air conditioner. It's like 80 degrees up here. I'm hot. So the next thing I'm going to do is cover the entire thing in painter's tape. And this is to kind of give it a textured look before I paint the decks on. I know I could take balsa wood or something and score it or something, but that's expensive and takes a very long time. I'm a broke college student, so we're going to use painter's tape. Well, I ran out of tape, so I'm going to have to putter down to the shops in my Model T to get some more. Well, my car's in the shop, so we're going to have to use the land yacht. We're going? Hello. Anyways, got the tape now. It was like $7. I can't find where I parked. I don't know where I am. Here we go. Alright, I'm back and I have more tape, so let's just... Okay, perfect. Now the decking is done. I'm not going to paint it quite yet because I want to glue down the walls first and paint those white, and then I will paint the decks. So let's build the walls. So originally I was going to make this the entire first class section. It's only the first half because ships are a lot bigger than you'd think. So this is only The officers' quarters, or first class cabins. I haven't decided what's in there yet. It doesn't really matter. You never see it in the movie. But cabins, grand staircase, first class entrance, and then a bath of this would be a lounge. There's, we're missing, about half the run of the deck, but that's fine because you'll never like see all of it. So the first layer of white paint is on. And the reason why the deck is still blue is because of all of that. Also, this is out of white paint, so we're gonna have to go back out to the store. I'm using these popsicle sticks, or not popsicle sticks, matchsticks. They're really cheap. Like, I think it's like $2 at Ace Hardware for one of these. This is like 90% what my sets are made out of. So here are all the beams of the frames. So I gotta paint them now. I'm gonna paint them individually, but first I gotta paint the deck, and then I gotta paint these individually, and then I'm gonna glue them on. Oh yeah, another thing I need to do is put in all the windows and the doors and all that. Any little details that will be here before these go in, because reaching amongst these is going to be annoying because they're going to be really fragile until the rest of the set is built around them. So it's the next day now, and I got some stuff done off camera just because I wanted to lock in, and I started calling with friends while I was doing this, and I forgot to film. So we're just going to go through what I did. So obviously the promenade deck like pillars are up, and you can see they wrap around to the ceiling. There's windows now and doors, and I painted trim for all of them. It's not the cleanest thing, but it's stylized. It looks good. It looks consistent with the other things I make. For the windows, I used paper, just normal printer paper, and I painted on the framing, whatever the fuck you call it. Doors are just cardboard. And obviously we have the ceiling now. Now I've started to glue down the roof. And I almost forgot. We gotta make, just to attach on one of these beams, a first class entrance sign, which I think I have one somewhere. I made an older Promenade deck set a long time ago, and I actually still have it. And there might be a first class entrance sign still attached to that. And if there is, I'm just gonna rip it off because I'm gonna throw that set away anyways because it looks like shit. So we're gonna go check actually. So this is the older version of this set, or half of it at least. There's actually another half over there. It doesn't look, it's not the worst thing in the world, which is why I'm probably gonna hang on to it and maybe use it in the film. I'm gonna hang on to it. Obviously it's in horrible condition. Also, I never painted the wood, and it's very obvious. Actually, I did for here, but none of the frames up there. And it's very obvious. But I think I'm gonna hang on to this just for a little bit because I could use it, I guess. Just in case. I mean, it's a already built Promenade set, so might as well. This is what we want. So as you can see, I don't know if it still works. Oh, it still works. Look at that. That's cool. All right, so I got it off. It's not the cleanest painted thing, but it'll work. So basically how it works is this bulb sits in there, and since it's thin 3D printed plastic, it'll glow. And it's a nice yellow too, as you could see. That's because I painted the inside yellow because it's a white bulb. So it looks good. Here it is installed now. It looks really good actually. Let me put the roof on so you can, there we go. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm gonna glue down the ceiling so that there's not gonna be all that light leakage. But that looks really good. I like that. This is the entire deck with the ceiling put on, and I put the front bit on. So basically the bridge wing is gonna sit well, this is boat deck, and then this ship has an elevated bridge. So the bridge will be one deck above this. So this pillar will actually continue up one deck to the bridge. But I'm thinking on the one above it, I'm going to put the navigation light. I was going to put it right there. I think that's too low. I'll put it on the one above right here. All right, it's day 4. And I've been watching the videos. I've been starting to edit this. And I went, wow, I sound really weird. I sound like shit. And then I woke up today and I felt like shit. So I was sick the whole time. And it's hit today. So that's fun. So if I cough up a lung, that's why. I did some work last night. This is the fucking creakiest chair ever known to man. Holy shit. So this is what I did last night. I installed the screen on the walls, so it's really starting to shape up. We just got to paint it. And I also want to put on the little triangle coal crane things, whatever they're called. I want to put those on too. So I'm just going to use like paper clips for those. And we'll just super glue them on. And we'll paint the whole thing white. Alright, so now I have finished the exterior wall. All I need to do now is to put a few small details here. I want to rig string, like black wire along the coaling ports, and paint the top of this brown for a railing. But other than that, I'll just do that off camera. This will be the end of part 1 since this is already like 10 minutes long. And I want to, the point of this is to be a quick video, to get something out. So I'll see you in the next part where we build the boat deck and the bridge and the funnel and the lifeboats. And I've lost the will to live.